Far away from the noise of cities, surrounded by fields of wheat and dusty roads, there lived a poor village man named Karim. His house was a small mud hut with a broken door and a roof that leaked every time clouds gathered. Life had never been kind to him. He had no land, no animals, no wealth, just a pair of rough hands and a heart full of quiet determination. Every morning before sunrise, Karim walked to the village well, filled his two metal buckets, and began his day as a water seller. He sold water for a few coins, barely enough for a simple meal of roti and salt. But even though he was poor, he never forgot to smile, never forgot to greet people with warmth. People in the village often wondered how he stayed so hopeful. Karim would simply say, "As long as I can help someone, I am alive." The village was drying up under endless summers. Fields cracked, crops shriveled, families packed their bags and left in silence. But Karim stayed behind. One afternoon, he saw old Amma Yasmin struggling with an empty pot. Without thinking, he helped her lift it and handed her the few coins he had earned that morning. She stared at him with disbelief. "Why give when you barely have enough for yourself?" Karim smiled gently. "Because kindness is the only thing that grows, even when the world dries up." Then came the worst drought the village had ever seen. The well turned to dust. The fields turned to ash. Animals died. And even Karim, the man who always managed to survive, had nothing left to sell, nothing left to do. But the one thing he did not lose was hope. That night, as he sat outside his hut, he remembered an old tale his father once told him, a story of a hidden spring beneath the old hill. Most people laughed at the legend, but Karim whispered to himself, "If there is even a chance, even a whisper of truth, I must try." At sunrise, he took a rusty shovel and walked to the hill. He chose a spot and began to dig. Hour after hour, day after day, blisters tore open on his palms. Sweat drenched him. Dust filled his lungs. Villagers passed by, shaking their heads. "There's no water there. He's wasting his time. He's too poor to understand these things." But Karim only dug deeper, into the ground and into his faith, because hope was the only companion he had left. On the eighth morning, his shovel struck something strange. Thump, hollow. His heart pounded. He dug faster. And then, a crack, a hiss, a sudden explosion of icy water bursting from the earth. Cold, clear, alive. Karim fell to his knees, crying. Children screamed with joy and ran to tell the village. People gathered in disbelief. Baba Farid placed his hand on Karim's shoulder and said, "We thought you were the poorest of us, but today you have given us a future richer than gold." The spring revived everything. Fields turned green again. Crops grew tall. Families returned with new hope. Word of the miracle spread beyond the village. Every morning, children greeted him with laughter. "Uncle Karim, our hero." And he would simply reply, "I am no hero. Hope dug the well, not me."